hello to you, all Aries people. Here is your horoscope for the month of June 2012. I am so excited for Aries people. Why? Because we're gonna need you. We're gonna need you this month. For all signs, this little explanation is applicable. So this is applicable for all signs. And Pluto and Uranus, it is very obvious that Pluto and Uranus in a square is actually accentuating the fact that we have to change, and we have to change into stronger people. That's basically it. That's what Pluto-Uranus is all about. We have to transcend all the different roles that we play that are false and that are not powerful. I'm talking about roles, and I'm going to explain 3 roles that are really not the roles that we want to play because they make us unhappy. That's one thing, and everybody wants to be happy. I certainly do. And it is also a possibility to get out of a bad situation and to become stronger. So this model was based on the environment of court and judges and so on, in this world, where there is a judge, where there is a victim, where there is a solicitor, and so on. So 3 roles that we don't want to play. The weakest role of the 3 is a victim. And I think we all play roles in our lives, or we have been playing roles in our lives, where we are the victim. And if we are a victim, it's the weakest roles of all 3. Why? Because we let other situations, other people walk all over us. And that's because we don't want to take responsibility. Or maybe we want to, but we feel that we can't. And why can't we? Because we feel not good enough about ourselves. We feel a bit less. That's basically it. Now the other role, you could say, is a bit the opposite role. It's the role of the savior. That's not a powerful position either. Why? Because you feel better than someone else. It's also an equality. You feel better than someone else, and you overtake their power. You take responsibility of that other person. It could mean in a personal relationship, but it could also be a situation at work. Maybe a colleague who's taking all responsibility. Oh, I will do it for you, and that person, that savior, really thinks that he's doing or she's doing the right thing. But actually, it is not a powerful situation. It is taking other people's power. And it's not a healthy situation. How to get out of this? How to get out of a victim's role is to take responsibility. And in that case, you need Mars. You need to have a transit. If you use the astrology, you can look at when is my Mars, or when is Mars going to aspect another personal planet, or is going to give me some strength, because you're going to need it. It's going to give me some courage to get out of this situation. And then you can become a stronger person. For the savior, it is a good moment when they realize that instead of giving the fish to other people all the time, they learn to other people how to fish. And that's a huge difference. That's not saying you've got to do this and that. That's just suggesting how to do it, and that is a totally different point of view. That is transcending, taking over power. You're not going to take any other people's power into your hands when you are trying to help them. You're not going to do what they have to do. They have to take their responsibility. But you're going to help them. You're going to suggest maybe you can do this and that, but you're not going to do it. That's a huge difference. And then there's equality. Then the last position, the last role we don't want to play, it's the strongest role of the 3 roles. I mean, power, when it comes to power, it's the role of the judge, which is on top of it. You know, we can play them in different situations, you know, with the finger, judging everything. You shouldn't do this, and you shouldn't do that, or this situation, But of course, that's also not a healthy position. That means that you're not in balance. That means that you feel better than other people, or better than other situations. Now, how to get out of this role is the easiest one. It's just the awareness of the fact that you can open the eyes of other people without influencing them. Because you're influencing other people if you're saying you should do this and you should do that. You are opposing your own power and your own value system towards other people. So you take yourself as a standard. I certainly play those roles a lot of times, and I still have to be very aware of it, not to do it. So we all play different roles, and but there's a way to get out. And just the last thing about this judge role is that the importance of words, so to transcend this role of judge, is really to really mind your words and to be a kind of a messenger to other people, to make them think, to just give them, I don't know where my glasses are, but just to give them a frame of the glasses, so people can, other people other situations, other things can fill it in themselves, but you kind of give them a frame to think about it. And then there is equality. You know, this is all about Pluto-Uranus, liberté, égalité, fraternité. And especially égalité, it is not about, you know, like Mao Zedong dressed up in all the same suits, but it is equality when it comes to power. It is very much about that. And Neptune can help us with this, because Neptune is going in Pisces. Maybe at first we're going to think, ooh, this is making situations rather vague and we don't know where we're up to, so there's chaos probably. But it is needed to get out of the situation and to see the clarity afterwards. That's my opinion. It's going to be, I think, a busy month, and a busy month full of communicating. And why is that? Because there is a lunar eclipse on the 4th of June on the 3rd and the 9th house, so the houses of communication. The 3rd house, there are 4 planets in it during this month. Well, at the beginning of the month, there's still Mercury going in there. Venus is in there, the Sun is in there, and at the end of the month, Jupiter joins, which means that your communication that you are going to do is going to be Aries-like as always, but it's going to be quite charming, because Venus and Jupiter are there. So you're going to be able to do it, not in this very dominant, straightforward way, but rather in a charming Gemini way. So people are going to take that. Now what's happening with you, there is this emphasis you had with Mars in Virgo in the 6th house, so you probably wanted to manifest, this is going to help you to manifest the ideas that you're having. You have the connection, you know, that moon, that lunar eclipse in your 9th house. So I think Aries people, we have the connection or the ability to connect with your higher self, to connect with God, or to connect with the cosmos, or to connect with Allah, whoever you want to connect with, but on a higher level. And you will be able to spread it out and to communicate in a day-to-day, in your day-to-day life, which is so difficult. And you Aries people are going to be able to do that, and even in a very charming way, in a very, you know, almost journalist way, talking to people, maybe in a shop, or maybe your neighbors, and to spread your ideas, to spread what you get inspired by. I was talking about these 3 roles. You could be a very good, I think a lot of Aries, we need Aries people to really make other people aware of what is going on in this world on a global level. And every Aries will do it in his particular way, on his particular levels. That doesn't matter, but it is really important to do with, you know, you're not mainstream. With Uranus there in your 1st house, you're not going to be mainstream. You're going to be original. You're going to, because you are the living example of it. This Pluto-Uranus square is happening on your axis, on your very important axis. Uranus in the 1st and Pluto in the 10th. So You really are going to stand up for what is true, and that can mean a complete transformation. So always good to have this combination of the fire houses and the earth houses. You know, the fire houses, you get the inspiration, but then you have to put it into practice, otherwise it has no meaning. And that is something that you, Aries people, are really going to do in your particular way, on your particular level, connecting with people, interneting, in the neighborhood or whatever, and with all the charm of the world. And if you want me to look specifically, I mean in a specific way, in a significant way, Pluto-Uranus on one of your personal planets, and I've got a special offer. You can see it on my website. I'll put a link below, and it's a special offer of 13 euros. I think it's approximately $16, $17. And it's about specifically Pluto-Uranus on one of your personal planets. So I wish you all the luck for the month of June. Have fun with it. And if you want to look to the videos of Pluto-Uranus, it affects also very much your sign, Aries. You can watch the videos and comment, maybe. If you want to. Have a good month and see you soon.